Hey friends, how's it going? How was your day today? How do you feel today? My day was great. I'm better, I'm getting stronger. I formulated a second day in a row. I made some body butters and some specialty body butters for eczema and some colorful swirl for Halloween. Slowly getting back into it. Felt good to formulate. I'm in a roll here. I thought I would share some things with you today because I went into my list of things. I told you that I was identity theft, data breached through the bank. So I made a list, went through Experian today, looking at what was breached, where sites went to, and I was triggered today because I was reminded of how this all began. And it started with cryptocurrency, and cryptocurrency is crap. Don't believe it. Angels investors are crap. Don't believe it. It's one of the largest scams out there. And that's really how a lot of my money fraud on a serious level began. I was trickled through with a lot of money just directly through my banking because they had my information. I want to grab something really quick, a list of something. I will be right back. Tonight I'm going to share with you the names that are associated with my identity, with my address, that I have no idea who these people are. So I'm going to go through that with you. Anyway, me sharing with you should trigger you to look into things on your own, especially if you're going through information fraud, identity theft, or any sort of investigation. Okay, make sure that you are doing your homework. It's one thing to be isolated and to take care of yourself. It's another thing to also be on top of your own investigation. Be your own investigator. Make sure that you're following your I's and Q's and doing your due diligence to get to the bottom of what's happening to you. Above us staying above the law and in the right, we also have a need to find answers as to why my money's been taken, what happened to my identity. And those of us who are truth seekers, we will get to the bottom of some things. So somebody needs to hear out there that you need to start trusting your intuition more often. You need to follow your intuition and your gut more often. You really need to start listening to yourself. It's very, very important. And it's what's really saved my hiney and helped me solve so many problems of this case without the help or communication of law enforcement. And I say that with the card of 5, with the balance card in tarot, saying, yeah, for sure. Make sure you have a balance of living in peace and doing your due diligence and finding answers for yourself. Be in balance, okay? It's really important. The number 8 might be significant to someone as well. So today I learned that the site Gemini is a cryptocurrency site and had used my email address for its own doing. Here's what happened. May 5th, 2022 was the first time that I had gotten involved with cryptocurrency. I was approached who I thought was a friend of mine. They were an anonymous friend, but I had a vibe that I knew this person. And I had a vibe that I could trust this person because secretively I thought I knew this person. The person I originally thought that I knew that would have been involved was from Indonesia, and he had a partner, and I believed possibly it was him. But now, as I recall, and it's been a few years since that's happened, it's been 2 years now, this anonymous catfish angel investor was a company based out of Blythe, Texas. At least that's what they said. They said they wanted to invest in Fat Cat Skincare, which is my skincare portion of my business. I birthed Fat Cat Skincare in 2019. This company said that they wanted to invest into my company and they were going to give me $40,000 in cryptocurrency. They move very fast. I had never had a cryptocurrency account or anything like that. And this person sat, and I knew it to be a male. We went back and forth for hours, setting me up with Bitcoin through, Bitcoin app and Coinbase app, and trying to set me up with an account so I could receive in, Euro, or Euro. I have 1 Bitcoin left in this whole ordeal that I've saved and just stuck aside, and I've never touched it since this theft. A total of $12,000 was taken from the Bitcoin exchanges. But how they tantalized me was they said they were angel investors and they wanted to help me. They wanted to invest, and how they were going to do that was through $40,000 through Bitcoin. I needed to invest the first initial $3,000 in, I think it was $2,000 to get my first euro to open up the account. At the time, the Bitcoin €1 Bitcoin Ethro. Sorry, can't remember the call. EUR Ethereal or something like that. Sorry, I don't have the name exact. I'm not a Bitcoiner. In order to get one, I had to do the initial one, and then they were put in, and I even saw 40,000 in Bitcoin. So I thought it was totally legit, okay? And then they said, oh, I need you to do another 3 or something like that. During the exchanges, a lot of money had gone through, and one particular coin, and they give you the coin and this is where to send it, and it's a long trail name, but I remember it going to a female. I remember the little name being a female, so I knew then that it was a male and female duo that was working this. I even called him out on it and he denied it, but then I assumed it was this couple out of Indonesia. So I just laid low. Anyway, 2,000 leaves my account. Then 3,000 leaves my account. And then 5,000 leaves my account. And I finally was like, yo, what's happening here? I thought this transfer, oh, you did it wrong. You didn't use the right thing. Wait a minute, what happened to, I thought the 40, because when I tried to extract the 40, it didn't take, and then another 2,000 came out of my account. So I was petrified, and within 2 days, $12,000 left my account. In that same 2 days, he tried to save face and said, listen, I don't know why you keep screwing up. This is what he said to me. I don't know why you keep making these mistakes, but I'm going to show my good faith by paying your American Express bill, which was at the time $1,500. He made a transaction, and it showed that he had paid $1,500. So the next day we were supposed to do more transactions. The next day I go back into the American Express and it had been taken out, and the account was like washed out. Whoever the person who had put in that checking account was no longer valid. Anyway, it was a scam. I mean, I was scammed hardcore, and I was devastated, and I lost $12,000. I believe that those who had taken me for that and crimed me was actually here from the States and are associated with me closely here. And the fact that Texas has become relevant is very interesting, because they wanted me to fly to Blythe and have a meeting with them. And if I had bought a plane ticket to Blythe, Texas, and gone to the location they had said that I should go to, I literally would have been led astray and deserted in the middle of some weird storehouse or warehouse. It was Nowhereville, Blythe, Texas. And I knew I'd been shammed. And thank God I never got on the plane to go have this meeting. Instead, what he said was, oh, I'm going to drive out from Texas. I'm going to come out here to see you and yada, yada, yada. And in this time, it was, can you cash at me $400? I ran out of gas. I'm having problems with travel. Can you cash at me another amount of money? I'm having problems. So I was like, no, like, what's going on here, right? Don't trust everything you hear. Don't get involved with angel investors until you pre-vet them. Don't believe anything, okay? Because I was shammed out of hundreds. And he then, oh, I have a headache. I'm going to turn around and go back. And he kept saying, I have a headache. I have a headache. And I kept saying, dude, you keep taking my money. You keep asking me for money. You have a headache. You're trying to drive from Texas. Now, when I look at these fake identities that are in my name, a large amount of them are from Texas. Yeah, it's pretty weird. So, Georgetown, Texas, Paris, Texas, Blythe, Texas, Liberty Hills, Texas, okay? So Texas is now very prevalent in my case. And I have been shocked by the fake identity and the names that have been used under my Social Security. And a last name that I had, I was adopted at 18 for many different reasons that I thought were true that have now been false. But nevertheless, my stepdad adopted me when I was 18, and I became a Fox. At the time, I was not in relationship with my real father. I did not start a good relationship with him until I was 24, which lasted the rest of his life and up until now. So being that my mother's involved with this case and my half-sister's involved in this case, they happen to use my adopted name Fox as an identity and built quite a history under the name Fox, knowing that I was not using Fox. I was using Rivera, my married name. So this has been a very calculated case, okay? There is no mishap or misunderstandings. This has been a very intentional case, okay? Some of the names that were used in mine. Now, if you feel like you are being identity frauded, I gave you a site last time, Spokeo, spokeo.com. Experian has also helped me identify that my information was being used. Go to Experian and set up a free account, and you can watch your credit history get monitored, and you can check for yourself. So you need to do your due diligence, and my intuition told me today to look into it. One of the ways my intuition activates is I feel funny in my tummy, and if it's really strong, I'll immediately feel emotional and want to cry, because it's like this out of control, like, oh my God, this is real. This is something that's very real, and there's nothing I can do about it, and all I can do is cry, you know? So when I saw Gemini, and that as of today, in most recent use of my email address, of Hotmail email address, was actually through Gemini, I knew that I might be associated with someone who's using Bitcoin. And as I reflected today, it reminded me, well, that. So my camera cut out, which means I'm telling the absolute truth. They don't want to hear the truth, okay? They're going to fight you over the truth. Don't forget that. Keep telling the truth. Anyway, back on camera. Here we go. So, here's some of my names, okay? Make sure you do your homework on your own names to see if you indeed. Gina E Fox is not me. Gina E Fox is not me. T. Rascone is not me. It is my name, but it is not me being used. Tiffany C. Dobbs, Dabbs, is not me. Keianta Allen, Keianta Allen, is not me. Gabino Eivera, Eivera, is not me. Gabino Rivera, Rivera, Gabino, Gabino, is not me. Tiffany E Fox, Fox, Tiffany E Fox. I was Tiffany N Fox. Tiffany E Fox is a huge component. That is not me. It says that the person was born in 1955 and is 69 years old. With all my history, it is not me. Guadalupe Gaona, Gaona, is not relative to me and is not me. Guadalupe G Sanchez is not me. Sanchez Guadalupe Gaona, Gaona, is not me. Silivia Fox is not me. Anna K Rascone, Anna K Rascone, is not